We're joined by Hofstra's senior guard, Jalen Ray, scored 34 points in today's game. And Jalen, just talk about the game today and your performance.
I just wanted to start the momentum for my team since they look at me as a leader. So I just had to be the example for everybody, and they just fell in line.
You have questions for Jalen? Jonathan Wagner
Hey,
first.
Jalen, congratulations on a great game and on the win today. A couple of years ago in the semifinals against Delaware, ironically, Foreman kind of good vibe from that. And did you feel that this was kind of similar? Your performance today was kind of similar to that?
Yeah, from him, I just learned the takeover mindset he showed, and I just tried to do that myself.
Next question to Roger Rubin.
Jalen, I have a couple for you. First, given the way that last season ended, you guys earn your, the bid and you're going to go to the tournament and then, the virus takes over. How do you guys come into this tournament? What's your mindset going into it with that as the backdrop?
The mindset is we completed our mission last year by winning, but we never got to play that first game. So this was just for the players that came before us. This is for them really to make it win again and make it to the tournament.
And in terms of between that and the fact that Coach Mihalik hasn't been with you guys, do you sort of feel like you're a program that has more to play for in this tournament than most?
Yeah, of course. We miss Mahal on the bench, but he always said next man up. So that's what Coach Fairley is, next man up. And he's been doing a good job.
Thanks.
Hey, Jalen. A lot of times, as observers, we say seniors kind of take over games in the tournament when every game could potentially be their last one. Is that a real thing? Do you feel an extra bit of motivation and adrenaline?
Oh, yeah.
You're playing as a senior in an elimination game?
Oh, yes, of course. Being a senior is my last ride, and just 3 wins, 3 games. You just gotta give it all.
Next question to Andrew Murdolo.
Jalen, this is Andrew Murdolo from WRHU back home in Hempstead. Jalen, you talk about this Delaware team. You guys took a tough loss the first time around to them. Second game, barely during the regular season, but this game, dynamic standpoint, what was changing on the floor and what just was able to allow you guys to take home a victory like you did today?
We've been lacking energy beginning the games, and with Delaware, you see we lack energy a lot. So that was our main focus this time, and we just had to find a way to win. We did.
Next question, Roger Rubin.
Can you describe how you guys were able to sort of work through the long layoff, be sharp enough to win this game?
Game will be in the tournament, so just emphasize just being in shape, conditioning, and be ready to play next game out of quarantine.
And do you feel like there was a pivotal play or a turning point in the game where you felt like we've got this?
Just whenever we get multiple stops on defense, I feel like that's the momentum we need, and like we just got to keep it going for there on the defensive side, and that lead us winning.
And Jalen, it seems like in so many of these big games, you have sort of taken a lead. What is it about the big games and about you that make it such a good match, you and the big game?
I like the big games. I just like being that leader for my team, and they rely on me and me showing up for them to win for them.
Thank you.
A follow-up to Roger's question. That game, both teams came out pretty quickly. Were you surprised at all at how quickly both teams sort of hit the ground running given the long breaks and how quickly it felt like a high-level conference tournament game?
I'm not surprised both of us came out like that beginning of the game. Both was in quarantine, so like everyone was just happy to be back on the court, really.
Next question to Andrew Murdolo.
Jalen, now you take a look at this game, big win for the team. Moving forward, heading into tomorrow, again, it's back-to-back-to-backs in this tournament. How do you guys kind of put today's game aside and start getting ready for tomorrow's matchup?
It just starts with recovery. This game is behind us. We're just looking ahead now to the championship, and it's just next team up.
All right. Anything else for Jalen? All right, Jalen, thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Joined by Hofstra head coach Mike Fairley. And before we open up for questions, Mike, just your impressions on the game and the victory today.
Great second half. We had adjusted a lot of stuff in the zone when we lost to Delaware, and just when we played them twice. They attacked us through the high post a lot, and we knew that they were going to try and attack and get some high lows for Painter and use Carr size and length in there. So we adjusted a couple things for how we were going to guard their actions. I think it worked really well. We had a couple of slip ups at the end of the first half. I think it was tied, maybe coming out of the under 8, or they made foul shots right after it to tie it. And then I think we maybe got 5 out of 6 stops, kind of somewhere in and along that stretch between the 8-minute mark and the 4-minute mark. And just getting to it, we talked about it after rewatching, the games from last year. This is over last summer during the pandemic. I really thought that we rebounded with a purpose when we got here into the CAA tournament. And so we've been talking about that all week. And we did that. We said, hey, 7 minutes, we got to get every defensive rebound, no second chance points. Then it was 5 minutes when there was a timeout. Then it was 4 minutes. We had to get every rebound. So the guys did a great job getting stops, defending. Would have been nice if we made a couple more foul shots. Would have been a little bit less stressful. Had a couple fewer gray hairs here, but overall a great performance, especially in the second half.
Jonathan.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the win. Advancing to tomorrow's semifinals. I asked Jalen about this a little bit. You were obviously there as an assistant for Justin Wright Foreman's performance a couple of years ago. Again, the semis against Delaware when he kind of carried the team on the back, similar to the way kind of Jalen did today for a while. Do you see a similarity between those two performances after watching that today?
Yeah, Jonathan, it didn't come into my mind. Obviously, Justin was just a next level talent, and Justin was basically like going 1-on-5 in that game and using ball screens. And I remember Eric Carter trapping them, and Jalen was just unbelievable today. It was a little bit different. They started to bring more attention to Jalen late, but I think he already had it going too much by that point. And then Painter just, even when they were going to trap ball screens, he's probably not quick enough to keep up with Jalen, so able to get around. But, senior, big moment. And he's seen those big games, right? He's seen Justin, he's seen DeJour, he's seen the way that those guys have stepped up. And I was, obviously very happy that he was able to do that today.
Next question, Andrew.
Hey, Coach. Andrew Bachgalupo, WRHU. You guys come out with a win today, and Caleb Burgess almost had a near triple-double. How important is he for this team, just being an all-around point guard?
Certainly, it's a great question, Andrew. Yeah, you know what? We need him. We need him to be really good like he was today, and doing a little bit of everything. He doesn't have to score 25 points. He doesn't have to get 20 assists. He had a bunch of those assists today. But, we knew how they were going to guard in those ball screen situations. Again, they don't want Painter doing a whole lot. They like him hanging back in the paint. So we knew Caleb was going to have some opportunities to get downhill, to get a lot of paint touches, and then just make decisions from there. Is it a scoring decision? Is it a pass that might be late to Isaac or Kevin, or kicking it out to a shooter? So he did a great job. One of the most improved players in the league for sure. And I just think, he's a winner. He's got winning DNA and did what it took to make his team win. And that's what a good point guard should do.
Okay, Galupo. Next question, Roger Rubin. Go ahead, Roger.
Like the guys, everybody knows the story about last season, and you guys finally win the championship, but don't actually get to be in the tournament. Can you sort of describe what you see in your guys as they came into this tournament?
It's just so interesting, right? I mean, we haven't played in 3 weeks from today, I guess, was our last game. So it was all just, it was just obviously such a different year and everything that went into it. But I think the biggest thing, and I heard Jalen reference it, was just the appreciation of getting to play, to being down here. The conference has done a great job running this. So thankful that all 10 teams got to get down here and participate. So it's been great, and missing it and being away from it and missing those games and being on that pause, I think has made us appreciate it and appreciate the moment that we're in. In terms of, not getting the final reward from last year. It's and that's, you know, live their skills back, doing a lot of conditioning. And the guys just did everything with a purpose, whether it was getting extra shots up, whether it was getting extra sprints in where, they were tired and winded, but, it paid off today when you get back into this environment.
And what do you see about the character of Jalen Ray that when the games have heft and mean a lot, that he seems to always step in and deliver?
He loves the big moments. Whether it was at Monmouth, he made that buzzer beater on the tip out. At Towson, he beat Towson on a buzzer beater his freshman year. He's always been clutch in those moments, and certainly grab reins that. It really, you've seen Justin.
Thanks, Mike.
Andrew,
Game real quick, Andrew. The first 2 games of the regular season.
And trying to get mismatches, trying to get whether it's maybe and I just said, who knows what we're going to see out there today? And Martin said, well, you guys are going to play zone and we're going to play man, and who knows? And it might be 10-10 at the under 8 media time out of the first half. It might be ugly, but maybe it was ugly defensively. Maybe we weren't reps that way because guys were scoring pretty easily. But yeah, a little bit surprised, Jerry, after that layoff that we were pretty sharp. But I think that's a credit to the guys, and we've done a lot of 5-on-0, a lot of dry running offense, a lot of work on our execution this week, and the guys did a great job with it.